Hi there, my name is Elise and I am totally gardening obsessed. Right now I'm standing in front of my house in beautiful Tobiano, BC, and I'm about to fertilize my hydrangeas. Behind me you'll see I have several varieties. I have two Limelight Hydrangeas and then several Firelight Hydrangeas off to the side here. And I'm going to fertilize them with water-soluble rose plant food by Miracle-Gro. In future I'd prefer to use something more organic, but this was all they had at the store at the time, so for now I'm going to use this. I already fertilized them in May, now it's July 1st and they need to be done again a second time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 1 scoop of this into my watering can and I'm going to go throughout the property and water my hydrangeas. Okay, can you open that up?
I can't. Why does pink stuff? Why does pink stuff in here?
Yeah, this one's pink.
Why?
So we're going to use the bigger side. Can you get a scoop in there?
Why a bigger side?
1 big scoop. Perfect. And now put it in the watering can. Perfect.
Why
Thank you.
Pink today? Why is pink today?
Because today we're fertilizing the hydrangeas, so it's a different plant food, sweetie. Yep, you can drink some. Awesome.
Mommy, you didn't notice I had a watering can?
I did notice, sweetie. You gonna water with me?
And then I can put hydrangeas in them.
Good idea, sweetie.
Wait. Can you help me?
Mm-hmm.
Can you help me put this on? Here we go.
Good job, sweetie. So these two here are Limelight Hydrangeas. They've been in the garden for approximately 1 year. These are Firelight Hydrangeas. They have also been in for about 1 year. And then this one here has just been planted because there were 2, 1 here and 1 here. However, the winter was very, very harsh. Got down to -30 degrees and they did not survive. So in spring they didn't bud out. They just looked like sticks and never grew. So I just planted this one about 2 weeks ago. So I'm going to continue to water these with the rose fertilizer. And as I do this, I'm trying not to get too much of the leaves with the water because it's quite hot here. So if I get too much water on the leaves will burn. Here, sweetie, can you put 1 more scoop in here for me? Oh, good job. Thank you. Can you pour that here for me, sweetie?
Where?
Underneath this one here.
Why not here?
That pink stuff goes on the hydrangea, the pink fertilizer. Yeah, pour it under there.
Why not this one?
That one gets the blue fertilizer. We'll do that later. There, good job. Thank you for helping Mommy.
There's pink hammers. Hey,
As you can see, we don't get our measurements perfectly, and that's okay. Yeah, thank you very much, sweetie.
For later. So I just going to put this right here. So we don't blow it off. Here we go.
I also have these Tid Bit hydrangeas, so they're the mini version of the Firelight Hydrangea. I have this one and this one. Again, I'm trying to avoid getting the leaves because it's quite hot. This is the time that I have to do it because I have a 2-year-old daughter. So even though it's hot, we're still doing it anyways. I'm just trying to avoid getting the leaves wet. So now I'm moving on to my backyard. I have a few hydrangeas that surround this seating area here, so I'm also going to fertilize those. And as you can tell from the previous video, it's never exact. My daughter's always out here helping me, so it doesn't have to be perfect. Worst case scenario is maybe the plant will get a little bit too much of the fertilizer, but it will survive. So I'm not too worried about getting anything perfect. So now I'm going to go fertilize these ones at the back. here's one hydrangea here. You can see it had some damage from the harsh winter. Got below 30 degrees for a couple of days and it damaged the branches on this side, but I just cut those down and it still seems to be quite healthy. There's one right here. It's beginning to bloom. Looks beautiful. This one here is also starting to bloom. You'll notice I went quite wide with the water, as the roots will grow out to this drip line here where the leaves are. And then one more here. Again, it received some damage here from the harsh winter. I cut most of that off and it still looks great. And in fact, this branch, I just discovered it had broken off from this one, so I'm going to do a little experiment and try to propagate this by putting it into dirt. So I'm going to do that next. So when I was out in the backyard watering the hydrangeas with the fertilizer, I found this branch had broken off one of the hydrangeas in the back. And I like to experiment with my gardening as much as possible and not waste anything, so I'm going to try and propagate this. It's a complete experiment and just see what happens. So I have this small can, or sorry, pot. And I have this premium garden soil. It's just Scott's, and I'm gonna fill this up. So I've got that full with dirt. I'm just gonna break up the chunks. Gonna do a smooth cut below this node here on a little angle just to get off the broken bit, and then I'm gonna do the same thing here and one more time right here. And now I'm going to rip off these bottom couple of leaves, like so, and simply stick them into the dirt. Now I'm doing all three in this one pot just because it's what I have and I don't know if it's even going to work. It's an experiment, so we'll just put them all in one pot and see what happens. The next step is to water it, and then I'm going to cover it with this plastic bag and put it into my mud room, which is also a laundry room, so it stays really warm in there, and there's a big window, so that will be the best place to put this so that it stays humid and hopefully moist and grow some roots. So I'm gonna go put some water on here. I'll turn this so you can see. Just letting the water drip out the bottom of the pot. to completely cover it, including the bottom. And then I'm just going to leave it for about 1 month approximately in my laundry room, and we'll see what happens. I am now inside in my mudroom, and I'm about to place these cuttings just into the windowsill. I just wanted to show how I do that, what it looks like, what the window looks like, what the lighting is like in here. And I have another group of hydrangeas that I had cut previously about a month ago that I'm waiting on as well. That was an experiment, so I can show you that. So these are the ones that I put in here about a month ago. You can see there's a lot of drips, moisture inside there. I haven't touched it too much. I wrapped the bag around it completely, and I've done the same thing with this one here. So now I've just got paper towel underneath it so that it doesn't damage the windowsill. And I'm gonna place it here. You don't want too much light on these. Just enough. This will get morning sunlight, and hopefully that will get a lot of moisture inside there as well, and they will root. And there's a beautiful tree outside.